Delevingne is a French-born photographer now living in Stockbridge. Over the last 40 years, Delevingne has dedicated a significant portion of his professional life to documenting the anti-nuclear power movement. Now, a small part of that work has been published, and Lionel Delevingne came to our studios to discuss his book, To the Village Square, and his dedication to the anti-nuclear cause.
Well, there are two facets of it, of my interest there. Is of course there were incidents that propelled me as a journalist to be interested in the nuclear power industry. I thought it was dangerous and deceptive in its promise. So a particular incident got me very interested. It was when a monitoring team of students from the science department at UMass found out that Vermont Yankee had polluted the river with tens of thousands of gallons of radioactive water on the day that we had celebrated the cleanup of the Connecticut River. So that was my deception there. But the other, what kept me, what is the other pillar of my book is about the power of democracy, to the grassroots democracy, the power that a few people can have in effecting change. And coming from France, from 1968, I was looking for solutions in coming to the United States, visiting, finding a solution, and I found this way of working out the kinks of society, through, and that's what the book is about.
We asked you if you'd pick a few of the pictures that we could illustrate and talk a bit about what they said to you. One of them, a little child with a sign, "In case of nuclear accident." What did that piece say to you or tell you?
As a father, well, that's a seminal photograph there of my research, and it says that we're all very vulnerable. And that picture that you see in black and white in 1976 on the common at Hampton Falls, Seabrook, New Hampshire, same community next door, that voted no to the nuclear power plant there. Well, that picture, as now, it's what would you say, recto verso. The little boy photographed in Fukushima recently, who has the same sort of hat, raincoat to protect him from the weather. It's winter. In the back, however, one little tool added, a monitoring device for radiation. And that's what he goes to school with. So the book is about, showing that some people at some point may have called all sorts of names as they were demonstrating against something that you couldn't smell, you couldn't see, but they knew better, because that's what I found in Fukushima.
There is a picture next of the great folk artist Pete Seeger. He's performing in Amherst, and it's a great shot. He's got his hand sort of over his face there. He was certainly a champion of the anti-nuclear movement.
Yes, very much so. He composed songs, he put them into music. He entertained the movement with, in an unmistakable Pete Seeger way. A great man, the conscience of this, one of the, conscience of this country in so many ways, I feel.
There's another picture, Wall Street, it's entitled, and I found this one fascinating. What a contrast, because you show the anti-nuclear demonstrators really staring down, facing down what looks to be a titan of industry in his suit and tie. Interesting juxtaposition.
Yes. Thank you for pointing this one out to me. I think it is the actress, the writer Grace Paley there, with a daughter and friends, and there's a man from Wall Street, obviously a power broker, who has a tie with little dollar signs and pound sign, all of all those symbols of money talks. So the extreme angst we see on those faces, and this man's arrogance was worth putting into this contiguity there, And thank you for, it's a strong photograph.
As we conclude our time here, let me ask, and you talked about it before, that this is in some ways a tribute and a siren call to democracy. But what do you want people to take away after they look through the photographs into the village square?
Well, it's a book for the new generation. I mean, we are celebrating some form of a success there, even that we do have Fukushima and nothing is done. But but I want it to be beyond a mere historical record. I want it to be the baton that we pass on to the new generation. There was no such work. It has not been related per se in its full length as the book does. So to me, if it tells a younger generation that for the issues that surface today, and that can be from on all spectrum of the social grounds, if they think they can make a difference, they can. And it's something that takes 3-4 years. Organizations at that grassroots level do work, and that's what this book is honoring. So I want them to not feel defeated. So that is about climate change, that is about education, discrimination, all of those problems we have.
Well, Lionel Delevingne, thank you very much for being with us.
Well, it's my pleasure to be here. Thank you so much.